Welcome to Draft Days, everyone. I'm Ian Zizersky here with...
I'm Andrew Doyle.
And today, we're going to do a special draft for the Monsignor Farrell Media Network. And...
Yeah, it's just going to be a snake draft of the top 5 Nickelodeon shows for each person. So Ian's going to go first. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and to 5. So we're going to do that, and we're just going to come down with a list for each, and we're going to debate about it.
So with my first pick, overall, first round, first pick, you got to take iCarly. In my opinion, it is the best Nickelodeon show of all time.
Now, he was talking about this before we actually started, and I was telling him, I was like, it's a good show, but I don't know if I would just put it as a number 1 right there. And like we got other opinions that everybody else said, like iCarly also, but you know what? I actually think that the point of a snake draft here is why I really like it. I'm going to take his number 2 pick, 100% Drake and Josh, number 1. So
we were talking about this before, and I'll come back right here with my number 2, with the sponge that lives under the sea, SpongeBob.
That was going to be my number 1 pick. I wanted to take his number 2. He took my number 1. All right, so we're pretty even right now. So number 2 pick, since he got iCarly, I definitely have to get something that matches that. So I'm going to have to go with Sam and Cat. It's a really good show. I'm not going to lie. It is very good. It's like a mix of Cat from Victorious and Sam from iCarly. It doesn't get better. It doesn't get better.
Well, with that, I'm taking Victorious.
All right. He took Victorious, number 3.
That's just an amazing show. It could have been my number 2.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't have Victorious that high up. So this is going to anger you a lot. I know it's going to anger you a lot, but I'm going to have to go with Thundermans, number 3.
I'm coming back with Henry Danger for my number 4 pick. Henry Danger, way better show than Thundermans. By a lot.
I don't know. Thundermans is really good. All right, so you got number 4. Would you get Henry Danger?
Yeah. Way better show.
I'm going to have to go with Fairly Odd Parents, number 4. It's a great... Listen, my whole list, it's been like live action shows. I need a cartoon in there, so I have to go with Fairly Odd Parents.
Let's take it back to the old days now. I'm going with Zoe 101.
Damn. That was one of my picks. But I have backups.
That show, from the beginning, from season 1, all the way to the last season, iconic show.
That is a good show, but it's like, it's too old. The characters, like, it was funny that back then, but like, where are you gonna really find it again?
You know, anywhere. Look, YouTube.
I mean, I think there's better shows that have come out after it, you know?
Yeah.
But, all right, so that was your number 5 pick, Zoe 101?
Easily, yeah.
All right. I'm going to go with Big Time Rush, number 5. That's a good show.
It's a good show, but...
I love that show when I was watching it. If you want, we could do a 6th one right now. Go for a 6th. If you have one that you want to get out. I definitely have one that I want to talk about right now. That's definitely forgot about a lot.
I personally think my 5 is good, but...
I have one that I want to talk about.
If you go for it...
I need to get one off my chest. It's Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn. That is a good show, and I was going to put that in my top 5, but I thought if I could just get it off my chest at the end, that'd be better. Because it's good, but I don't know if it's top 5.
Can I pause you here? It's that good of a show that they put it on Netflix. It's that good of a show they put it on.
You're right.
I was looking on my computer, looking up
good.
best Nickelodeon shows, and I saw Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Don, but...
And I forgot about it, so I was looking it up.
That's what I said.
But then I remembered it. I was like, it was so good.
You know, talking about forgetting Nickelodeon shows, another one I'd like to get off my chest, it's an honorable mention in my list. It wouldn't make the 5, Game Shakers.
Bro, I had that, like, when I made my original list, I had that. Look, number 4, Game Shakers. It was like one of my picks. Drake and Josh, Game Shakers.
Game Shakers and Nicky,
so
Ricky, Dicky, and Dom were right next to each other, but it wouldn't have made my top 5.
With the double G rapper and Game Shakers, he was so funny.
In New York.
Yeah.
Very good show. Because it was an entertaining show. Yeah. You wouldn't get boring by watching an episode. You wouldn't. So I'd have to say that would be...
How many cartoons did we have in our list? I don't think we had a lot.
I only had 10. You had 20.
Well, in your top 5, what'd you have? SpongeBob cartoon? I only have Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, I had 3 cartoons actually.
The live action shows are so much better than the cartoons they make.
The live action shows make Nickelodeon. Like those shows.
But on the other hand, the cartoons do have Avatar. Avatar's a really good Nickelodeon
I personally don't like Avatar. I mean, I've never watched it, so I can't say anything about it.
If you've watched it, to anybody that's watched it, they'll say it's definitely like it's worthy of getting talked about in the top 5 list. All right, so now we're coming up with a definitive list that we're gonna agree on for our top 5. It doesn't have to be our Ian. It doesn't have to be our list that we picked just now, but it could be like lists that we just want to come out with. So, number 5. What do you think? You go first. For our common list.
Our common list together, it should be Victorious.
Number 5. Don't you think that could be like higher up more? Or
No. Not in my opinion.
I'm gonna have to agree with that. I'm gonna say number 5.
Because there are better shows than Victorious.
There are better shows, but I think that's definitely a good middle point because I was gonna say Fairly Odd Parents, but I would say Victorious beats that, and then there's better shows that could go below that. So I'm gonna say Victorious.
Because I take a real life show instead of a cartoon show.
So for Victorious, number 5.
Victorious at 5.
I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that. Number 4 though, I think number 4, Game Shakers for sure.
Easily, I agree with that. 100%.
Game
Iconic
Shakers.
show, filmed in New York.
Yeah.
Everything.
Put it there.
A child's dream to go in their headquarters.
Oh my God, their headquarters were
Headquarters
sick.
are
That show is a
Slides.
definition of like peak Nickelodeon. Like
easily.
I think the amount of effort it went into that show can be combined to like make 2 regular shows. Like that was such a great show.
I agree, but in my opinion, if they had more than like 4 seasons, like they could have had like 10 seasons, like a show like iCarly, that Game Shakers could be one of the best Nickelodeon shows of all time.
Yeah, definitely.
Easily.
I agree. I'm not arguing. I agree. Number 3. I think we're gonna have to go number 3. I think I messed up on my list. I messed up on my list big time. I'm gonna have to go number 3, Henry Danger.
No.
What?
I disagree. I'd put number 3, SpongeBob.
All right, but then, wouldn't you put that lower? Make it.
True.
Because I feel like, all right, so can we jump ahead real quick? When we get down to Drake and Josh and R.
Yeah.
Are those 2 fighting for number 1 or are they
Easily. But now you have a
We
point.
could put one of them in 2.
You have a point because SpongeBob could be 2 and Drake and Josh or iCarly could be 1.
Yeah, or we could put one of them at 3. Because if you think SpongeBob, really look it up, it's the best ever. Like it's the best.
If you ask a 4-year-old right now, you want to watch SpongeBob, they'll say yes without a doubt.
Yeah, and that's also what makes a Nickelodeon show one of the best Nickelodeon shows. It doesn't have to be what our age group agrees on. If it's one of the best Nickelodeon shows, it could be watched by people around the world. I mean, SpongeBob really, I think, gets streamed around the world.
Yeah, SpongeBob has been out since God knows when.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put. So what do you say for number 3? You said SpongeBob.
Maybe Drake and Josh now.
I think Drake and Josh can have to go number 3.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying.
People are gonna hate, but unfortunately, that's what it has to be.
So that's what I'm saying. SpongeBob should go lower.
Because now a 10-year-old nowadays won't know what Drake and Josh is.
Yeah, that's true.
We only know it because we've watched it.
And we can't be biased about this. We have to actually see what is going on. We can't be biased. So number 2, we're SpongeBob.
SpongeBob now, yeah. That's the only right thing to do.
Yeah.
Only right thing to do.
And then number 1, I messed up on my list, but he had the first pick. There was nothing I could do about it. All right, he told me I'm picking iCarly. So I was like, all right, you pick iCarly. I told him I was going to pick SpongeBob. I was going to confuse him there because he wanted Drake and Josh at number 2. So I just took Drake and Josh.
The best show out there in Nickelodeon, in our opinions, iCarly.
Yep.
Easily. Sam, Carly, Freddie.
It's so good. Spencer, the brother.
Spencer.
The doorman.
Spencer's easily the funniest character.
When he's fighting with the kid in the apartment complex, it's so funny. The doorman with the big mole on his cheek.
It's
so
crazy. We've watched this show when we were like 7 years old, and we still know all these episodes.
We forgot about something. I'm not gonna lie. Sam and Cat. That show's so funny.
Sam and Cat is a funny show, but only has 2 seasons. If you didn't know that, Sam and Cat only has 2 to 3 seasons.
Actually?
Yeah, it wasn't a long time running show.
That. So we're gonna put Victorious at number 5 over Sam and Cat.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Sam and Cat, it's a big honorable mention.
Sam and Cat is a mix of iCarly and Victorious. So like think about it. You have Sam from iCarly, and you have Cat from Victorious, and they make the show. But I don't think the mix is better than the original. Is Victorious the original with Cat in the original show? It's better than Sam and Cat with the mix. You know what I'm saying?
Sam and Cat's a good show. Like what's it called? That kid's name. I forgot. Dice. And what's the boxer?
Yeah.
See, it's just there's a lot of little things in shows that you see makes it a good show overall.
Yeah. So run down of our combined list. So Victorious number 5, Game Shakers, number 4. Game Shakers is great.
Yeah.
Number 3, Drake and Josh. Number 2, SpongeBob. Number 1, iCarly.
Easily. Yeah. In my opinion, that's a great list.
Great. Yeah.
If we're putting all our picks in one,
I actually agree.
That is a great list.
Yeah, I agree.
I hope people agree in the comments, but that is a great list.
And that's like a mix of both of ours, because my list was Drake and Josh, Sam Cat, Dunderman's Fairly Odd Parents, Big Time Rush. Actually, so what was your list?
My list was at number 5, we had, like, my actual list.
Yeah.
It was Zoe 101.
Yeah.
Then Henry Danger
4, and then number 3.
was
Number 2, I know you had SpongeBob. Number 1, you had iCarly, and then number 3, didn't you have? I don't know. You had something.
oh, Victorious.
Yeah. So like your list definitely takes most of our combined list. I'm not gonna
Well,
lie.
in
So
the
I would say
comments,
I would like. I'll throw up the white flag. You definitely won that.
in
He
the
won that. He
comments,
won that draft.
let's see.
I messed up. I wasn't thinking properly. When you think back to all the moments you have when watching the show, you think about how good it was.
Says the kid that says he was gonna beat me by a lot in this draft.
I didn't say that.
Oh, yes, he did.
That wasn't on recording. What?
Well, it wasn't recorded, but he said it.
When it comes down to the combined list, I think I did most of the work making that.
It was my list, most of it.
All right.
All right. Thank you guys for watching this podcast. Hope you enjoy. Let us know in the comments who won this draft.
He definitely won that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank
you guys. Oh, I'm Andrew Doyle.
I'm Ian Zizersky. This
going.
is Draft Days.